Welcome to Rare Coin HQ. Today we're uncovering the hidden power of America's modern dollar coins. The Susan B. Anthony dollar that many confused for a quarter. The golden Sacagawea dollar that marked a new century. The presidential dollars honoring the leaders who shaped this nation. Most people spent them without a second thought. But some of these coins have stunned collectors with shocking auction prices. Before you ignore that $1 coin again, you might want to look a little closer. First, we are looking at a coin that many Americans remember clearly, but very few ever stop to study. The 1979 Susan B. Anthony dollar with AP mint mark caused confusion the day it was released. Some people mistook it for a quarter. Some did not like its size. Many pushed it aside. But time has a strange way of changing opinions. What was once ignored is now being examined closely. And in rare cases, this small dollar has reached values that leave collectors speechless. Hold this coin in your mind for a moment. It is smaller than older silver dollars. It feels solid but not heavy. The color is a soft silver gray from its copper-nickel mix. This example shows minor surface scratches. Under a light, thin lines move across the flat areas of the coin. The high points show slight wear. You can see it on Susan B. Anthony's hair and cheek. That gentle smoothing tells us the coin was used in circulation. It was carried in pockets. It was counted out as change. It lived in the real world. Now look at the front. Susan B. Anthony's portrait faces right. Her expression is serious and strong. The word liberty curves above her. The phrase "In God We Trust" sits to the side. The date 1979 marks the first year this coin was introduced. Just above her shoulder is the small P mint mark. That tiny letter means this coin was struck at the Philadelphia Mint. For collectors, that small letter matters more than most people realize. Turn the coin over. The back shows an eagle landing on the moon. This design was first used on the Eisenhower dollar and connects the coin to the Apollo 11 mission. The eagle spreads its wings wide as it touches the lunar surface. Stars shine above it. Around the rim are the words United States of America and $1. Even with light wear, the design still carries strength. The feathers may be slightly soft, but the message remains powerful. When this coin came out in 1979, America was facing economic challenges. Inflation was high. Gas prices were rising. The government wanted a smaller dollar coin that would be easier to use. At the same time, they wanted to honor Susan B. Anthony, a leader who fought for women's voting rights. This was the first time a real woman appeared on a circulating U.S. coin. That alone made history. But the public response was not strong. Many people confused it with the quarter because of its size and color. Businesses did not fully adopt it. Production slowed in later years. Because of that early rejection, many coins were stored away in bank vaults instead of being widely used. Now here is where things begin to shift. While millions of 1979 P. Susan B. Anthony dollars were minted, not all are equal. Most circulated examples, like the one we are discussing, show minor scratches and light wear. In ordinary condition, they may only be worth a small premium over face value. That might seem disappointing at first. But there are rare varieties. One of the most important is the 1979 P. wide rim variety, also called the near date. On this version, the date appears closer to the rim than on the standard design. It is a small detail. Many people never notice it, but collectors search for it carefully. That tiny spacing difference changes everything. In top certified condition, a rare 1979 P wide rim Susan B. Anthony dollar has sold at major auctions for more than $150,000. Yes, over $150,000 for a coin that many once refused to carry in their pockets. Let that sink in. A small dollar that people once complained about. A coin that sat and used in drawers. Now reaching six figures when the right variety meets the right condition. And that is not the only surprise. Some 1979 P dollars have been found with mint errors. These include doubled dies, off-center strikes, and unusual planchet mistakes. When these errors appear on a coin that is also in exceptional condition, the value can climb even higher. In rare certified examples, high-grade specimens have approached and even exceeded $175,000 at auction. That is the kind of number that changes how you look at loose change. Now, let's return to the circulated example described here. It has minor surface scratches and slight wear on the high points. That tells us it is not mint state. But that does not remove its importance. In fact, circulated coins connect us directly to history. This coin may have been handed across a store counter in 1980. It may have been part of a child's allowance. It may have traveled across states. Even in circulated condition, collectors still look for specific traits. First, examine the rim near the date. Is the date close to the edge? So, you may have the wide rim variety. Second, check the letters and numbers for doubling. Look carefully at Liberty and the date. Third, inspect the surface for unusual cracks or raised lines from die breaks. Small details create big differences. If you believe you have a rare variety, do not clean the coin. Cleaning can lower its value instantly. The scratches already present from circulation are part of its life story. Harsh cleaning removes natural texture and can make the coin less desirable to collectors. Store the coin safely. Use a plastic holder or coin capsule. Keep it in a dry place. Handle it by the edges only. These steps protect what remains of its surface and detail. If the coin appears to have a rare feature, professional grading is essential. A certified grade confirms authenticity and condition. Auction buyers trust certified coins. That trust often leads to stronger final prices. The Susan B. Anthony dollar represents more than currency. It represents progress. It honors a woman who fought for equal rights. It marks a bold move by the U.S. Mint to try something different. And in rare forms, it offers financial results that few would expect from a modern coin. Think about the journey. A coin introduced with hope. Rejected by much of the public. Stored away. Forgotten. Then rediscovered by collectors decades later. And now, in certain rare forms, selling for $150,000 to $175,000 or more. That is the power of rarity meeting history. Even if your circulated 1979 P dollar does not reach those heights, it still holds meaning. It connects you to a turning point in American currency. It reminds us that value is not always obvious at first glance. So the next time you see a Susan B. Anthony dollar, pause before you dismiss it. Look at the rim. Study the date. Notice the mint mark. History often hides in plain sight. If you enjoyed this deep look into the 1979 Susan B. Anthony dollar with the P mint mark, make sure to like this video, subscribe to the channel, and turn on notifications. There are more coins with powerful stories and surprising values coming soon. And one of them might already be waiting quietly in your collection. Now we're taking a close look at a coin many people still remember seeing in their change, but few ever thought twice about. The 2000 Sacagawea $1 coin with a P mint mark was introduced with high hopes. It was bright, golden in color, and meant to bring new life to the dollar coin. Yet many of these coins ended up heavily circulated, scratched, and worn from years of use. And still, under the right conditions, this coin can carry a story, and sometimes a value, that surprises even seasoned collectors. Picture this coin in your hand. It has a warm golden tone, though on a heavily circulated example that shine is softer now. The surface may show many small scratches. You might see dull areas where the metal has rubbed against other coins. The high points of Sacagawea's hair and cheek often show clear wear. The baby on her back, Jean Baptiste, may have flattened details in the blanket and facial features. These signs tell us one thing clearly: this coin was used. It moved through stores, banks, vending machines, and countless pockets. On the front, Sacagawea faces forward with calm strength. Her expression is steady and confident. The wind appears to move through her hair. She carries her infant son on her back, symbolizing guidance and courage during the Lewis and Clark expedition. Around her image are the words "Liberty" and "In God We Trust." The year 2000 marks the beginning of a new century. Just below the date, you'll find the small P mint mark, meaning this coin was struck at the Philadelphia Mint. Turn it over. The reverse shows a powerful eagle soaring high. Its wings stretch wide, almost touching the rim. 17 stars surround the eagle, representing the number of states at the time of the Lewis and Clark expedition. Even in heavily circulated condition, the eagle's shape is bold. The feathers may be soft from wear, but the image still carries pride and motion. When this coin was released in 2000, it was meant to replace the Susan B. Anthony dollar. The U.S. Mint wanted a coin that felt different, looked different, and would not be confused with a quarter. The golden color came from a special manganese brass outer layer. It stood out immediately. Millions were produced. Banks promoted it. Collectors saved rolls of them. Yet, like earlier dollar coins, public use never reached expectations. Because so many were minted, most heavily circulated examples today are common. At first glance, that may sound disappointing. But here is where the story becomes interesting. Among the 2000 Sacagawea dollars struck in Philadelphia, a small number were produced with special or unusual features. One of the most famous is the 2000 P Cheerios dollar. Early promotional coins placed in cereal boxes had enhanced tail feathers on the eagle. That small design difference changed everything. In high certified grades, Cheerios dollars have sold for over $157,000 at auction. Think about that for a moment. A A dollar coin that once came inside a cereal box promotion reaching six-figure prices decades later. But even beyond the Cheerios variety, other rare 2000-piece Sacagawea dollars have gained attention. Some feature dramatic strike errors, others show strong doubling. A few rare transitional planchet errors have been discovered. When these unusual features combine with high condition, auction prices have climbed even higher, in rare cases reaching $179,000 or more. Now let's return to the heavily circulated coin we are discussing. It has surface scratches. It shows clear wear on the high points. Its shine is muted. In normal condition, a coin like this may only be worth face value. But here is the important truth. Condition is only one part of value. Rarity and variety can completely change the picture. Even a worn coin can be valuable if it carries a rare design trait or mint error. Examine the reverse carefully. Look at the eagle's tail feathers. Do they appear sharply defined with detailed lines? Compare them to known images of the Cheerios variety. Check the edges for unusual coloring that might suggest a planchet error. Look closely at the letters and numbers for doubling. Small details matter greatly. The excitement comes from discovery. Imagine sorting through old coins and spotting something unusual on what looked like an ordinary dollar. That moment of realization is what drives collectors. The 2000 Sacagawea dollar also represents something important in American history. It honors a Native American woman who played a vital role in guiding explorers across unknown land. Her courage, knowledge, and strength helped shape the expansion of the nation. This coin tells that story every time it changes hands. Even heavily circulated examples connect us to the early 2000s. This coin may have been used to buy groceries, pay tolls, or sit in a child's piggy bank. It may have passed through thousands of hands. Each scratch adds character. Each mark shows life. If you believe your coin might be special, take careful steps. Do not clean it. Cleaning removes natural surfaces and can reduce value sharply. Store it in a protective holder. Keep it away from moisture. Handle it only by the edges. If you discover something unusual, strong feather detail, doubling, or an odd strike, consider professional grading. A certified coin gains trust in the market. Buyers are willing to pay more when authenticity and condition are confirmed. The power of this coin lies in contrast. On one side, millions were made. On the other side, a tiny number hold rare traits that bring astonishing prices. That gap between common and rare is what creates excitement. A heavily circulated 2000-piece Sacagawea dollar might appear ordinary. But hidden among similar coins, rare examples have reached $157,000 to $179,000 when certified in exceptional condition with special features. That kind of value changes how people look at modern coins. It reminds us that age alone does not determine worth. Sometimes, rarity appears in small design differences. Sometimes it hides in promotional releases. Sometimes it exists in mint errors few people notice. The golden dollar that many once ignored now holds a respected place in modern coin collecting. Its story continues to grow. Its legacy strengthens with each auction record. So the next time you see a Sacagawea dollar in a coin jar or old collection, pause before you set it aside. Study the details. Look at the feathers. Notice the mint mark. History and value often hide in small places. If you enjoyed learning about the 2000 Sacagawea $1 coin with the P mint mark, make sure to like this video, subscribe to the channel, and turn on notifications. More coins with powerful stories and surprising values are coming next. And one of them could already be waiting quietly in your change. Let's slow down for a moment and look at a coin many people barely notice anymore. It's small. It's golden. It may even look a little worn and scratched. But the name on this coin carries serious weight in American history. We're talking about the James Madison Presidential Dollar, part of the United States Presidential Dollar series. At first glance, this coin might not seem impressive. It has been in circulation. It shows scratches. There are small scuffs across the surface. You might even see areas of dull color where the shine has faded. Some light tarnishing may appear near the edges. The high points of the portrait show wear. These are all signs that the coin has done its job in everyday commerce. But now look again. On the front of the coin is James Madison, the fourth President of the United States. His profile faces forward with calm strength. The details of his hair may be slightly softened from circulation. The cheek and jawline may show light smoothing. Yet the image still stands proud. Around him are the inscriptions of his name and the years of his presidency, 1809 to 1817. This was a man known as the Father of the Constitution. That title alone makes this coin different from ordinary pocket change. Turn the coin over and you will see the Statue of Liberty. Her torch rises high. Even on a circulated coin, that symbol of freedom still carries power. The surface may show marks from years of handling, but the message remains clear: liberty, strength, endurance. Now here's where things become more interesting. The presidential dollar series began in 2007. The goal was to honor each deceased U.S. president in the order they served. James Madison's coin was released in 2007 as well. Millions were produced. Banks received large shipments. Collectors bought rolls. But many coins eventually entered circulation. Because so many were minted, most circulated James Madison dollars are common. In average circulated condition like the one described here, the value may remain close to face value. That might sound simple. But value in coin collecting is not just about mintage numbers. It is about condition, rarity, and sometimes unexpected details. Some presidential dollars have been discovered with edge lettering errors. These coins normally have inscriptions on the edge including the year, mint mark, and the phrase E pluribus unum. But a small number were struck without edge lettering. Others had doubled or inverted edge inscriptions. When those errors appear, collectors pay close attention. Imagine holding a coin you thought was worth just $1, only to discover the edge lettering is missing. That small detail can change everything. Certain presidential dollar error coins have sold for thousands, and in rare high-grade cases across the series, exceptional pieces have pushed toward the six-figure range when combined with extreme rarity and condition. Now think about the circulated James Madison coin again. It shows wear. Scratches cross the fields. The golden surface is not as bright as it once was. The high points are softened. This tells us it has history. It was used. It moved through real transactions. That alone connects it to modern American life. James Madison himself was a key figure in shaping the nation. He helped write the Constitution. He also helped create the Bill of Rights. During his presidency, the War of 1812 tested the young country. British forces even burned Washington, D.C., yet the nation endured. The resilience of that era is reflected in the steady portrait on this coin. There is something powerful about holding a circulated coin that honors a man who helped build the legal foundation of the United States. Even with scratches and wear, the meaning does not fade. Now let's talk about what to look for. First, examine the edge lettering carefully. Rotate the coin slowly. Make sure the inscriptions are present and clear. If the edge is blank, that could indicate an error. Second, check for doubled letters or unusual spacing. Third, inspect the surfaces for dramatic strike-through errors or planchet flaws. Even circulated coins can carry valuable mint mistakes. It does not happen often, but when it does, collectors respond quickly. If you believe you may have an unusual example, do not clean it. Cleaning can reduce value instantly. Leave the natural wear as it is. Store the coin in a protective holder. Keep it in a dry environment. Handle it only by the edges to prevent further marks. Professional grading can also make a difference if you suspect a rare error. Certification confirms authenticity and condition. It builds trust with buyers. Coins sold through reputable auctions often perform better when professionally graded. What makes the James Madison presidential dollar interesting is contrast. On one hand, millions were made. On the other hand, rare errors and exceptional high-grade examples stand far apart from the rest. That gap between common and rare is where excitement lives in coin collecting. Even if your circulated coin remains worth face value, it still carries meaning. It represents a chapter in American leadership. It honors a president who helped shape the laws that still guide the nation today. It reflects a modern effort to reconnect people with history through everyday currency. And sometimes, the smallest details separate ordinary from extraordinary. So next time you see a golden presidential dollar, do not ignore it. Look closely at the edge. Study the lettering. Think about the man whose face is on the front. Coins are more than metal. They are reminders of who we were and how we got here. If you enjoyed learning about the James Madison presidential dollar, make sure to like this video, subscribe to the channel, and turn on notifications. There are many more coins in the presidential series with stories, surprises, and unexpected values still waiting to be uncovered.